Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Nerd Today podcast. I'm your host, your doctor recommended dose of nerdiness, aka your Nerd Today. Thank you for rocking with me today with another special review for a game I liked a lot, and you're gonna find out why in a moment. Ghostbusters Experience Unleashed. But before we get into the review proper, I want to give a shout out to our Patreons out there. Thank you so much for May. Our Patreons who support me are hopefully awesome. Matt, Maggie, you guys are awesome. Brandon, Jeff, my cat is not a Patreon, but she is in the background. We also have Rest Pass, my brother in crime, over at Apron Work Podcast. We are back with our wrestling podcast. You can check us out in the links below. Susan, thank you so much, everyone, for supporting me at patreon.com/nerdtoday. And again, those links are all down below. So if you want to throw me a couple bucks, please, by all means, help me out. Help me get some more computer parts and stuff, and like a better monitor and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So all this is just pretty. But with that out the way, let's get into the review of Ghostbusters Experience Unleashed. Ghostbusters Experience Unleashed, developed and published by IllFonic, played on a PS5 digital. Story picks up literally with the end credits of Ghostbusters Afterlife, spoiler, where Winston reopens the firehouse and creates a new Ghostbusters team. From there, you are a new recruit learning from his team and Ray, both returning actors Ernie Hudson and Dan Aykroyd respectively, and you tackle a new entity named, nameless, aka Greg Miller, CEO of Kinda Funny, former guest on the Nerd Today podcast. Quick side note. Hey, Greg, if you are watching or listening, hey, thank you for, watching and listening. Other than on Kinda Funny streams, when you want to play on my stuff, bro, you know what I'm talking about? Because we said that, you're on video. I know you're a dad. I'm a dad too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Gameplay. Ghostbusters is a 4v1 setup where players will either play as part of a team of new Ghostbusters or a singular ghost. The game allows players to enjoy the game solo or with up to 4 friends through crossplay. It also has an offline single player mode available in the form of AI assisted play. Daily and weekly objectives keep you coming back for more, as well as unlocking cosmetics to really customize your Ghostbuster or ghost. For instance, since the year that it's been out, we have Extreme Ghostbusters and real Ghostbuster stuff that you can use now in the game, like the old school blue, proton pack. Like as a kid, I had that toy. You can do that now. It's really fun. Now, typically in Nerd Today reviews, we have a spoiler section where we just kind of talk about the overall story, but there's not much there, but it is there. As opposed to when I reviewed Evil Dead, as you know, there's a single player component to unlock cosmetics and other characters within the game, but I felt like it was really lackluster. This is a very fun thing because the hook of the game itself, like Evil Dead, is these 4v1 asymmetrical, multiplayer game, but in this awesome IP, and you really feel like you're in this IP. Both games have those strengths, like Evil Dead and Ghostbusters. The thing with Ghostbusters, I would say, is that as you progress in your multiplayer levels, there's a story to unlock. Like you get to play, you get to find Rahul Kohli, who is Tobin's spirit guide. He's Tobin. He's the voice of Tobin. You get to interact with him and learn how to play the ghost. As well, you go to Ray's Occult Shop. You can check that out. There's stuff that goes on, spoilers here. We'll give you one spoiler for the spoiler section. Greg, aka Nameless, takes over Winston's body. So you have this whole thing where you have to get Nameless out and help Winston, and you have to work alongside your new crewmates in the new Ghostbusters crew that has been set up in the game. So you have that, and it's really fun, and it really keeps you coming back. It's a short section. I would like maybe a little more story, maybe like some DLC in the future, but it's not necessarily necessary. I don't know, that sounds dumb saying that sentence out loud, but you know what I mean. Like, it's okay, and it's really fun, and it kept me really entertained in between matches. Like, oh man, I played 6 matches because I love this game. Oh, I progressed the story. I didn't even realize it. That's really awesome. And finally, Ghostbusters Experience Unleashed is the greatest representation of the Ghostbusters IP that I've found. It perfectly captures what it means to live and be a Ghostbusters, all while giving you fun upgrades and excellent replayability. And for me, it is a step above, let's say, the Xbox 360 PS3 era Ghostbusters the video game, which is like a sequel to like Ghostbusters 1 and 2, like a true sequel. Like you go through linear levels and everything like that. It's very fun, really good game, by the way. It's been remastered for PS4, Xbox One generation. If you're a big Ghostbusters fan, absolutely play that game. It's really fun, really good. But then also play this, especially if you like multiplayer games. I think this is again, like I said a bit ago, the best representation of Ghostbusters in the video game medium that we've got. So for me, Carlos, you're nerd today. That's why it's going to get a 4 out of 5. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my non-binary folk out there. That is my review of Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. I hope that if you were on the fence for any reason within this past year of its release, that you go to it, check it out. It's a really fun game. I think it has, as I mentioned in the verdict, like a lot of replayability. A lot of the cosmetic stuff, if you're a Ghostbusters fan, it's really cool, deep cut stuff. Like as I mentioned, I believe we just got the Extreme Ghostbusters stuff recently, which I gotta do, like, try to get in the game. And as well, we got like the real Ghostbusters stuff, as in like the cartoon. So we got the blue proton pack, as I mentioned, in customizations when we were going through story and like gameplay and stuff. It's really fun. I had a really fun time and it was really cool. It's one of the multiplayer games I felt very competitive in since like Halo 3. I don't know if I would enter like a league or anything like that. I joked around online with Snowbike Mike and Greg Miller that me and Mario should join a league, but like I had a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I know this is a little rambling section right here, but please do yourself a favor, check out this game, especially if you love asymmetrical games and if you love Ghostbusters. I think they really go hand in hand together. I would love to see maybe a sequel down the line or something that expands upon this like version of the game. I don't want this to go anywhere. I think this is a really good position Ghostbusters is in right now, especially with the IP. We have a new movie coming out called Firehouse. We're returning cast from Afterlife, so we have a part 4 finally, like a true part 4. I'm super excited to be a Ghostbusters fan and be a fan of video games right now. So, for Carlos, your doctor recommended dose of nerdiness. I love all y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.